Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 3 on higher order PDEs. In last lecture we have seen how to solve homogeneous linear partial differential equations with constant coefficients, and in this lecture also we are going to discuss some more problems for the solution of this type of equations. So I am considering this example first. Solve the partial differential equation del square z by del x square minus del square z by del y square equal to 0. So first step is we have to write this equation in terms of capital D and D dash. Here I have second order derivative with respect to x 2 times, therefore I am writing d square minus here I have second order derivative with respect to y 2 times, that is d dash square, and z equal to 0. Then we observe that this is function of two variables d and d dash, and here degree of each term is constant, it is 2. So this capital F, which is d square minus d dash square for this equation, is homogeneous function of d and d dash. So therefore first we will write down the auxiliary equation, and for that we will replace d by small m and d dash by 1 in this function, and we will equate it to 0. Therefore auxiliary equation is m square minus 1 equal to 0. This d is replaced by small m, d dash is replaced by 1, and we are equating it to 0. And then we try to solve this auxiliary equation. This is m square equal to 1, therefore m has two possible values, 1 and minus 1, and we can see that roots of auxiliary equation are distinct. Therefore the general solution of given equation is z equal to function of y plus mx, value of m is 1 and minus 1, so y plus 1 into x, that is x, plus another value is minus 1, that is y plus minus 1 into x, that is y minus x. And here this phi 1 and phi 2 are arbitrary functions. Phi 1 and phi 2 are arbitrary functions, or we can simply write phi 1 and phi 2 are arbitrary. So here we have distinct roots in the solution of auxiliary equation, and we have seen the method for solving this type of equations in lecture number 2. If you have not seen lecture number 2, then first watch lecture number 2 to understand this method, and then go for this lecture. I have taken another example. Here I have partial differential equation of order 4, and first we write this in powers of d and d dash. Here I have partial derivative of x 4 times, that is d raised to 4 plus d dash to the power 4, and equal to partial derivative with respect to x 2 times, that is d square, and partial derivative with respect to y 2 times, that is d dash square. And this I can rewrite as d to the power 4 minus 2 times d square d dash square plus d dash to the power 4. Here I should write z here, and here also z, and this is z equal to 0. And now we can observe that this is our function of d and d dash, and it is homogeneous function of degree 4. In each term degree is 4. Therefore first we will write down the auxiliary equation by replacing d by m and d dash by 1 in this function, and then equate it to 0. The auxiliary equation is replace d by m, that is m raised to 4 minus 2 times d is replaced by m, d dash is replaced by 1, so we have m square plus d dash is replaced by 1, that is 1 equal to 0. Now we solve this auxiliary equation. If we observe, this left hand side can be written as square of m square minus 1, and that is equal to 0. Therefore we have m square minus 1 equal to 0, and it is repeated 2 times, m square minus 1 equal to 0. And if we solve this, we have m square equal to 1, m square equal to 1. Therefore values of m are 1 and minus 1, and they are again repeated 1 and minus 1. Therefore we have m equal to 1 2 times and minus 1 also 2 times. That is, we have the case of repeated roots, and in the case of repeated roots we will multiply by powers of x. Therefore the general solution is z equal to, our functions are in this form, arbitrary function of y plus mx. If I take m equal to 1, I will have arbitrary function of y plus x, and m equal to 1 is repeated 2 times, so again I have to write arbitrary function of y plus x, and because of this repetition I have to multiply by x. I can multiply phi1 or phi2 by x. Same thing for m equal to minus 1. Phi1 and phi2 are used, so we consider phi3 y plus minus 1 into x, that is y minus x, plus some another function, say phi4 of y minus x, and here multiply by x. And here phi1, phi2, phi3 and phi4 are arbitrary functions. Phi1, phi2, phi3 and phi4 are arbitrary functions. So here this is the case of repeated roots. If roots are repeated, then we will multiply by power of x, so that we have independent functions in each term of the general solution. We consider one more differential equation. Here I have third order differential equation, and first I write it in powers of d and d dash. This is third order partial derivative with respect to x, that is d cube minus 6 times partial derivative with respect to x, and y is single derivative. With respect to x it is 2 times, and with respect to y single derivative, plus 11. Here partial derivative with respect to x single time, partial derivative with respect to y 2 times, and here partial derivative with respect to y 3 times, that is we write d dash to the power 3, z equal to 0. And here also we observe that the degree of each term is constant and it is 3. Therefore this function of d and d dash is homogeneous in variables d and d dash. And then we write down the auxiliary equation and we try to solve the auxiliary equation. For auxiliary equation we replace d by m, that is we have m to the power 3 minus 6 m square, d dash is replaced by 1, plus 11 times m, d dash is replaced by 1, minus 6, d dash is again replaced by 1, and we equate this to 0. And now we have to decide the roots of this auxiliary equation, which is a polynomial equation of degree 3 in variable m. Now this is not easy to find the solution directly, so we have to concentrate on the constant term. We know that if this type of polynomial equation has integer solution, then it is always divisor of constant term. Constant term is minus 6, and divisors of minus 6 are plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3 and plus or minus 6. So we put values of m 1 by 1 as divisors of -6, and we will find out one integer solution by trial and error. Suppose I take m equal to 1 in this equation, then I will have 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus 6, that is 11 plus 1, 12 minus 6, that is 0. This means if we take m equal to 1, this equation is satisfied. Therefore, m equal to 1 is one possible root of this equation, and using synthetic division we can decide two other roots of this equation. For that we put m equal to 1 here, and here on this side we are writing coefficients starting from highest power of m. Coefficient of m cube is 1, then coefficient of m square minus 6, coefficient of m is 11, and here minus 6. Here we put 0 always. We take addition of these two and multiply with this root, that is 1. Again minus 6 plus 1, which is minus 5, minus 5 into this 1, which is minus 5. 11 minus 5 is 6, multiply 6 with 1, and here I must have 0. This is coefficient of third power of m, so here this will be coefficient of second power of m, this is coefficient of m, and this is constant term. That means we must have m square minus 5m plus 6 as the quadratic factor, and one factor is m minus 1 because m is a root of this auxiliary equation. Therefore, in the next step we will write down left hand side of auxiliary equation as the product of m minus 1 and m square minus 5m plus 6 equal to 0. This left hand side is replaced by m minus 1 times m square minus 5m plus 6 equal to 0. This gives me m minus 1 equal to 0, and this is m square minus 5m plus 6 equal to 0. This I can simplify. I can rewrite 5 as minus 3 minus 2m plus 6 equal to 0. Therefore, m times m minus 3 minus 2 times m minus 3 equal to 0, and therefore m minus 3 times m minus 2 equal to 0, and this gives me two values of m, 2 and 3, and from this we obtain m equal to 1. Therefore, the roots of auxiliary equation are 1, 2 and 3, and all are distinct. Therefore, we can write down the formula for general solution corresponding to distinct root is, general solution is z equal to arbitrary function of y plus mx. First we take m equal to 1 and we have arbitrary function of y plus x. Another arbitrary function of y plus mx. If we take m equal to 2, we have y plus 2x plus arbitrary function of y plus mx corresponding to m equal to 3, and this phi 1, phi 2, phi 3 are arbitrary functions, where phi 1, phi 2 and phi 3 are arbitrary functions of this y plus mx. So in this way it is very easy to solve homogeneous linear partial differential equations with constant coefficients, and again with one condition, that this f of d dash is a homogeneous function of d and d dash. Recently we are discussing the method for solving homogeneous linear partial differential equations with constant coefficients, in which this function capital F of d and d dash is homogeneous function of d and d dash. Suppose our function f of d dash is like this, d square minus 2d dash plus 1. Then this is not homogeneous function in d and d dash. Here we can see this term has second degree, this term has first degree, this term has 0 degree. So this f of d dash is not homogeneous, and for that we have different method that we will discuss as we proceed one by one. Recently we have discussed the method for solving homogeneous linear PDEs with constant coefficients, which we can express in this form: some function of d dash z equal to 0, where this capital F is a homogeneous function of d and d dash. And for that what we are doing, we are first writing the auxiliary equation, and for that we replace d by m d dash by 1 in this function f, and then we equate it to 0. Then we solve the corresponding auxiliary equation and we find out values of m satisfying the auxiliary equation, and depending upon the types of roots of auxiliary equation, we have two formulas for the general solution. So this is all about this session. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.